YouTubers from DailyJailbreaks here, and today we have a speed test of the iPhone 5 compared to the iPhone 4. Got some really interesting information we have from these tests, guys, so hope you want to stick around and watch the whole video. First thing I want to show you guys is that I am on the same Wi-Fi network. I am using Wi-Fi only on this test because I don't have service for my iPhone 5 yet. So you see I'm running Stratton Wi-Fi on both accounts, so you know this is legit. And after we do that, guys, the first thing we're going to do, or the second thing we're going to do, is delete all the processes and the multitasking, so we start from a clean slate on both devices. Okay guys, now once this is done on both devices, we're going to get both on home screen, open up Safari, and try and load some web pages. So we're going to open a new page on my iPhone 4, and we're going to search daily jailbreaks on both devices. So we'll just wait a little bit until I can type this in, and it shouldn't be too long. Okay guys, so we have it both typed in. I'm going to try and hit the search button at the same time. This should be relatively close. So 1, 2, 3, and then go. And there you go, pretty fast launch, and it looks like the iPhone 5 is ahead, but the iPhone 4 does finish ahead of the iPhone 5, and the iPhone 5 just finished. So pretty interesting there, guys, how the iPhone 4 actually did load a little faster than the iPhone 5 did. You do have to take into account the iPhone 5 has more to load because of the bigger screen, but still, that shouldn't make too much of an effect. So here we go, guys, loading images, and you see the iPhone 5 was faster out of the gate loading the images. Pretty interesting there. So if you take kind of the average there, we'll do it one more time with what did you mean. You could take the average, and it looks like the iPhone 5 kind of, it evens out between the two, where the iPhone 5 kind of loads the images, but here you see it loses in the speed race as well. So it's a little shaky on the actual Safari or internet browsing, so it's hard to tell from both of those. Okay guys, so now that we've done those tests, I actually thought that maybe the 3G signal that the iPhone 4 may have been using that instead of Wi-Fi, so I turned off the cellular data and the 3G just to give it a really true test. So once I did that, I went back into Safari on both devices and I typed in iOS 6 in their search bar. So I'll do it real quick here on the iPhone 4, and we're going to switch over to the iPhone 5 and type it in as well. So we have iOS 6 typed in on both. I'm going to click the search again at the same time, and this should be kind of a more true test. And I didn't load it actually on the iPhone 5 here, so there was a little problem there with the test. But anyway, you kind of guys get the gist of it, and it looked like the results were pretty much the same thing, where the iPhone 4 is finishing a little faster on the actual is actually finishing a little faster on the upload speed. Sorry, the kind of registering speeds on the Safari. I'm losing words today, guys. But anyway, but there you go, and you also saw it there with the iPhone 5 win. So it's kind of a 50-50 there, where both one device wins the other time, one wins another time, and it just goes back and forth with the Safari. So that's kind of a tie there. Now, if we actually go to loading web pages, guys, you'll see that the iPhone 4 and the iPhone kind of neck and neck, and the iPhone 4 pulls it out as well, which is kind of what we're expecting from these tests. I know it's getting a little repetitive, guys, but sorry for that. I just want to give a real true test here, and you'll see that the iPhone 5 still has, once again, more to load on that bigger screen, but still, it should be faster with its A6 processor compared to the A4, and there's still like no lag on loading the words on either device, so that should also be a factor as well. So now that we've done kind of a more speed test, I guess, guys, you'll see one more test right here where the iPhone 4 loads it again faster. But anyway, we're going to head over to another test where we can kind of play a game and see how the games load up in different applications like that. We're going to see a whole nother new spectrum here. Okay guys, so now we looked at the internet speed. Let's try and go to actual applications on both devices. I have the same application. We'll see which one loads faster in that sense. So I'll have Temple Run, I think, or Doodle Jump on both devices, and so we'll click those at the same time and see which one loads. So 1, 2, 3, and we'll click both, and they both open. You'll see the iPhone 5 was faster. I am able to play a lot faster than on the 4, and while that is still loading, and I now have to click play, and so the iPhone 5 does have a lot more speed on it. So we'll back out of both of those applications and go on to our next test. Okay guys, now on to our next test. We're going to open up another app called Score Center. Many of these use this to find our scores for our favorite teams and stuff. And once again, guys, the iPhone 5 loads it quicker and opens it quicker as well, and you're getting the scores right away, whereas on the 4, it's taking a lot longer to load. So it seems that on applications, guys, the iPhone 5 is way ahead of the actual iPhone 4, whereas in the Safari and internet browsing, the iPhone 4 kind of pulls it out there. So now that we've done that, guys, let's actually open another app. We'll do Temple Run, because I know a lot of people have that app, and see how the gameplay and how that app loads up and how the games differ from one another. So I have both apps here. We're going to tap at the same time again, and you'll see the iPhone 5 just a little bit ahead on this one, and it again loads it in front of or before the iPhone 4 as well. So I'm actually playing the iPhone 5 right now while the iPhone 4 is still loading, and we'll see how long I can go for each one, and we can kind of determine the graphics here. The iPhone 5 has a lot lighter color. The graphics, in my opinion, are a lot better than on the 4, and you have a lot better time playing your games, a lot better graphics and stuff like that. So actually down on the left there, and we'll call it a day there, and you can kind of get the gist on how the games play with each other, and how the iPhone 5 does have the better graphics, which it should because it is the updated model. So now that we've done that, guys, let's see how fast they go to the home screen. Basically the same time. There's no time difference with the pressing the home button and stuff like that. But let's try one more test. We're going to go to the App Store and download an app. Okay, guys, so we're loading up the App Store here, and we'll head over to the top of the charts and choose an application and see which one we're going to download, and we'll see the speed test there in comparison in that. So we'll scroll over in the top free apps, guys, and I'll see that little stashy app. So we'll download that on both devices, and I'm actually going to have to put my password here, so we'll cut for a bit, and I'll come back when I have both passwords in. Okay, guys, so I have both passwords in, and we're going to click OK in a second. We'll see which one downloads faster. So in 1, 2, 3, we'll click OK, and then you'll see there's a little message on the left, but not that big a deal. That shouldn't affect the speed there. And so you'll see the iPhone 5 actually taken off ahead of the iPhone 4 in the actual download speed. I don't know if you guys can see the blue bar in the actual video, but it's pretty apparent that the iPhone 5 is ahead, and the iPhone 4 is still coming pretty close behind it, chugging along. We'll go to the actual home screen here so you guys can see. Both are still in the loading stage, and the iPhone 5 is a little bit ahead of the 4 now. Not too much, but it is pulling out ahead a lot now. It's about halfway done with the loading process. And as you can already tell, it's installing now, so it is way ahead of the iPhone 4 in that sense. We're actually going to open the applications once they download and see which one we can get to using faster. So we've already opened the application on the iPhone 5 and we're ready to use, while the iPhone 4 is still installing the app, which is pretty fast, a lot more speedy on the iPhone 5 there. So the iPhone 4 just finished. We'll open that up, and it is taking a lot longer to load the actual application as well when it's a new app. And we just got to the iPhone 4 we're ready to use now. So a big difference, and you can also, guys, get a little glimpse of the camera difference as well, which we'll have a video on that later in the week or something like that. So you guys can see the camera difference, and overall, guys, we've seen a lot better difference, a lot better usage on the iPhone 5 with the iPhone 4, guys. So I hope you guys did enjoy the video. It looks like the iPhone 5 pulled it out, which it should with the new model and stuff like that. It also has that bigger screen, so you have to put that into account as well when loading things. It has the new A6 processor, which actually helps it a lot. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you later. Okay, guys, thanks for sticking around and watching the whole video. If you did, hope you guys enjoyed the speed test and help you decide whether you want the iPhone 5 or not, or just give you a little information on the iPhone 5. So thanks for watching, guys. If you missed our last video, we have a few iPad mini videos and on the earbuds as well, so you can click that annotation above, and also don't forget to subscribe and like the video as well.